This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello everybody, my name is Lord Diaz, aka LDZ, and this is a very special edition of the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. You don't need me to tell you the rest of it. Stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, or else. We're enjoying some great company. Wrestling Ranter Lechero, Coraz, Sir V hanging out with us all the way over on YouTube. Vicious, I see you. Kind of Sav, Chase, Darkwind. The gang is all here. It's a red carpet affair. So good to see everybody there on YouTube. Brady holding it down all the way over on Kick. And then, of course, Aria and Brady hanging out with us with Deus Marionette and the Boneless One all the way over on Twitch. We are live. It's a Friday night free-for-all on the 25th of April, 2025. If you're watching this on the replay or on the premiere, thank you for joining us. We have a Discord account. I don't have any servers, but if you wanted to leave a voice memo, please do abuse the privilege that I have afforded you. We were listening to, excuse me, OmniGem99. Left a couple of voice memos for us. It was a good conversation. I would love to have some more of them. So, with all that being said, guys, we took a look at Captain Alex, and every time we watch videos together, I like to paint a picture. And tonight's picture is literally just a good old-fashioned Friday night fight. Who is the bigger lolcow? Is it Captain Alex, or is it Dark Side Phil? And at the end of these two videos, if you were here with us throughout the entirety of it, I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to leave you guys a poll, and I want to let democracy win out again and see what you guys think. Who is the bigger lolcow? Captain Alex or Dark Side Phil? So first thing we're going to do is watch a video from DSP Tricep Mimology 101, friend of the channel. Big ups. More people need to be aware, but they definitely don't need my help. 22K views 23 hours ago. We're kicking things off with DSP infuriated at trolls. Excuse me. After Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order disaster goes on a 1-hour meltdown. Let's enjoy it together.
So anyway, last night, while we were doing the Lego stream building this guy, I went ahead and did my Switch 2 pre-orders. And basically what I should have done, quite frankly, if you want to know the truth, now I didn't think about it. I should have just said, guys, I'm going offline for 30 minutes.
What?
What? What the fuck?
There ain't no gosh darn way that DSP actually said that something was his fault. Let's see how he fumbles this.
I'm going to go do my Switch pre-orders completely offline. This way, no one would know about them. No one can mess with them. Nothing. Now, a normal person would be like, why would I have to do that? That's not...
Because first off, you're not a normal person. And second off, you have a litany of people who are out to get you. Literally. You are the content. When you get fucked with, when you get blanked with, when you get effed with, my apologies, that's the content. This is why we're watching this video.
Not a big deal. You're just going to order your Switch. It's not a big deal. But me doing it immediately means that every mentally stunted, mentally challenged, mentally ill person on the internet comes after me and tries to figure out a way to ruin this for me. Okay? Because you might say, well, what's the big deal about Phil having a Switch 2? Well, to be honest, I'm not impressed with the launch lineup. Mario Kart World is the one game I'm really interested in. I also wanted to try out that demo game that you have to pay like $10 for to try the, technology out or whatever. But outside of that, no, not really, right? Like you don't really have
to.
There's not much that's going to happen.
The shrug, bro.
But for me, as a creator to be able to unbox it live on launch day, to hook it up, to test it. That is primo content. Day one views, day one inflated views, make the money. That's the kind of content.
Paul's game on point. Wrestling Ranter said the problem with Saudi shows is not the government. It's the list of bad / career altering matches that happened there. Goldberg Fiend, Brothers of Destruction versus DX, etc. Can't watch. Fair. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Content people come to expect from me from over the years. I did it with PS5.
But hey, this is a business, and they
PS4,
made
Xbox
good
One,
business.
Right? I did it, back in the day with the Wii U. I did eventually do it with the Switch. I did it with my first Switch, and the Switch bricked, and then I had a second one. And eventually I did do that with the Xbox Series X, although it was late to the game because I didn't get it right away, right? This is the good content people like. They want to see that stuff up front, especially if you couldn't get the pre-order. Gee, let's see what it's like on launch day, and let's get Phil's honest opinion on it.
I don't want
right?
Phil's honest opinion about this.
That's why I planned it out. I literally had created accounts on every single site. Best Buy, Target, Amazon,
Big ups to everybody
Walmart.
here, man. I really do
lined up,
appreciate it. It
had
means
everything
a lot.
ready to go.
It really does.
All the payment information was in there. The addresses were in there. So when these pre-orders went live, I could do it. And I did. I tried all of it.
We were hanging out in Broside Phil's stream earlier today, and it was just so cool. Bro is such a good guy. He makes everybody feel welcome, and it's always a good time there. So, I'm feeling that vibe as well. Obviously not the numbers.
Best Buy crapped out, didn't work.
It's not about the numbers. I'm not Mr.
Target, I had it in cart, wouldn't check out. Walmart, I got. Walmart was in the cart. Not only one,
I love you guys.
Versions, the base Switch 2 and the Switch 2 bundle. So I'm thinking, wow, I can maybe have one for personal use here for the business, and one, maybe I can give it to my wife.
He was never going to give it to his wife, bros. He was never going to give it to his effing wife, bros. He was not even going to do this,
maybe
by
I
the
can
way.
give it away to a fan. I highly doubt it. It's a backup because remember when I bought the Switch 1,
Chase the Zaza is
within 24
kicked in
hours,
before
and
I
was
even
stuck
went
without a
live.
Switch for several months because of that. To have the backup is absolutely
He's never
awesome.
given it to his wife. He's an incel. True. True.
Okay, that's a great thing. So it's like not only did I get one, I lucked out and was able to get another one. All right, but my problem is very simple.
He didn't know how to read because apparently the website and a lot of other websites said that you can only get one per household, which makes sense. It makes sense. And if you live in the same house, bro, like that seems a little excessive, all right? I would just say, matter of factly, if I was going to be on a team, if it was between team Walmart did it or Team Detractor did it, I'm going to take the third option. The third option is all of this is a ruse so he can get somebody to donate one to him.
I still to this day try to maintain a level of normalcy. So because I did this online, immediately my online stalkers decided to ruin it for me.
He's talking about us,
And
guys.
Basically, here's what happened, okay? It went through, done deal. Payment was charged, everything good. So we went back to the stream, and I completed, as far as I could, this build. We hit the goal, so that's great. Now,
That's what matters the most, guys. He hit the goal.
DSP tries it today, all right? And then basically around 9:45-ish, all right? I logged off, and I said, all right, I got to get going. Now,
I gotta get out of here. I'm trying to compile a list. I know Steve of the Dead has a list, but I want to compile a list and the actual phonetic spelling of when he says words like what and God and stuff like that, where he like throws in like an H in there for some reason. An H and a W in these words. I'm like trying to compile. I'm assembling a list of of words that he enunciates very particularly this one way. Wow, Jessica, the MVP of this in every stream. Are you an incel? We're asking everybody
you guys
here.
Aren't aware of. Number
Have
one,
you forsaken
because
and
I
denounced
bought the two Switch 2s,
ass?
One of them went to my bank account, and I tried to do it for the second one, and my bank account
blank
thought it was
for
a
the industry?
fraudulent transaction and froze my account. So I had to contact the bank to get the account unfrozen.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why? Why? I know. No, he's lying. I think he got a text message from his bank saying, hey, you're about to spend $900. Are you sure about that?
Really stupid, okay? The other one, I went through a different payment method, all right? That's how I got both Switch 2s. So actually the orders
Jess
were a
is
little
the
staggered. One
MVP
checked
of
out
this
at
in
one
every
point and one
stream.
checked out at another
Always
point.
showing
You get
up.
different payment
Always
methods,
showing up.
okay? So as soon as the stream went offline,
Always coming
I had
through.
to sit and wait on hold, all right, for like 40 minutes with my bank.
It's like
to get
1
the
and
bank
1
account
A.
unfrozen
Jess and
so that I could
Deus.
do other things
Always
and pay bills
coming
and
through.
things, okay? So as that's happening, I do other things. I actually filmed the daily rap, and the first daily rap I filmed was like
Look. Look at that pause game, bro. He's got one for each hand. He's having at it like a circus seal. Oh, no. Hit him with that Jenna glug glug.
Wow, what a great day.
And
we
then
had an amazing stream of Oblivion, and we hit my goals. We built the Lego, and we hit the goals. I got my Switch 2s pre-ordered.
wait, there was a picture of Jasper Kitty on this back thing, this back
Amazing
LED
day.
thing.
So
I've never seen a photograph of
that,
Cat up
all right?
there.
And I was actually about to start like uploading
Uh-huh.
while I was on hold with
Wow.
my bank. And all of a sudden, I get an email, and it says, you have successfully canceled your order.
Congratulations, you have canceled your order. You did it.
And I said, what? And I started reading the email from Walmart, and it says,
Show us the
"Congratulations,
email,
you have
Phil. You showed us
successfully
everything else.
canceled your Switch 2 pre-order." And I looked at it, and it was the first Switch 2, the one that was the base unit, not the bundle, but the first one that I had checked out and paid for.
Whoa, Vicious. I think he's lying. He's a liar. But he's really just trying to manipulate his fans into tipping, so I guess it worked. Did he hit the goal today? Did he hit the goal today?
And I said, obviously, I did
Here
not
comes
do
the
that.
lies.
So the first thing
Here
I did is I
comes the
logged
lies.
in to my account, okay? The thing is, I have various ways to log into everything. I make sure that I'm not limited to only one way.
So, Phil, you're essentially telling us that we could find many different ways to crack into your shit. You are so dumb, bro. He literally just said, guys, there's a lot of ways to get into my stuff. Have at it, boys.
Right, so I have all these backups, these, safeguards, so that I can log into things multiple different avenues. So I logged into my Walmart account to find out that someone had access to it, okay? And I could tell because they changed the password on the account.
What? Walmart support said it was canceled due to him breaking the 1 per order rule. You chose to break the law.
Get that ass banned.
Shousey Megami, what up, Yum? How you feeling? Hope you're feeling better.
In addition, they started messing with the account. Meaning
Mama
they were
Polecat
adding
talks
and
about it.
removing-
I love Mama Polecat. I love her. I love her pixie cut haircut. Mama Polecat is awesome.
To my cart. So I'm thinking, how could this possibly have happened? All right. And as I'm doing that, trying
I'm not following her on Twitter, though, because I'm scared.
Hold up.
figure it out, they canceled my second Switch 2 pre-order right in front of me.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa!
These edits on point.
And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? Well, this is pretty messed up. So, of course, I try to contact customer support.
Uh-huh.
And I tried to get them on the phone. And I'm not even kidding. They hang up on you.
Uh-oh.
You call and you get to the automated system.
I want to
and
speak
you
to a
go
manager
through,
right now.
And
This
you say,
is
okay, I want to talk to a
unacceptable.
rep because none of your automated options are going to help me here. And they say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. And then the phone hangs up.
Click.
And I tried it 3 different times in a row, and that's how they treat you on the line. They hang up on you at Walmart.
Mm.
Do you see why I don't like to do business with Walmart? And I've said this before. They're just a really bad company to deal with.
Karen side Phil coming
so I
through
ended up
again.
going to their chat service, okay? And going through their chat service, of course, you talk to someone at a customer service center on the other side of the planet.
Uh-oh. Casual racism side Phil coming out.
Another one.
Let's lock in, boys. Tell us about the other side of the world. You're so knowledgeable about these things. Go on.
But they're doing their best to help you. So I start to explain the situation.
I'm a 17-year content creator, and I need to get this switched too, not just for me, but for my dented audience and for my fat wife.
All right? And of course, they're utterly confused. They don't know if I'm contacting them to complain about the orders canceled. They don't know if I'm contacting them to find out how someone has access to my account. So they're, their head is spinning, and this is just someone in a call center who's trying to help me basically with a notebook or step-by-step instruction fact on how to deal with customers.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought we weren't using slurs anymore. Oh, he said FAQ. FAQ. Or did he? Link 101. Hello, my friend. The Asians are crying downstairs. Stay safe. Stay vigilant.
And they don't have any idea how they're supposed to help me. Okay? They don't. So basically, they had to go get their supervisor involved.
Uh-huh. He started with, I know whatever you can't do. I know whatever. Hold on. Let me try to say this again. I know you can't fix my problem. I need to speak to a manager immediately.
For a lengthy discussion, here's what we verified. Someone contacted Walmart basically saying they were me.
Whoa! Stop. The Manchurian Candidate. The word has been uttered. Every time you hear this dude, every time you hear this young dude, well, he's not really young anymore, but every time you hear him listen to this. I'm going to point it out.
Someone contacted Walmart basically saying...
Basically. That's the word. Whenever you hear him say the word basically, I need you to stop what you're doing and lock into what he's about to say, because it's some bullish.
They were me. They had my name, my address, my phone number, my email, public information. Not that that should be public information.
Phil, do we have to show you the photograph of your own business card?
It shouldn't, but it is, because people doxed me 10 years ago, right?
Imagine showing Phil his address, his own address, and him going, "You're so stupid. I already know where I live."
My address and phone number were doxed by trolls on the internet a long, long time ago, and it never should have been public information, but it is. Okay? So,
order number. Yo, Vicious, you have it right. Missed that one. Left out the order number.
Walmart have been able to grant access to a third party with that information? No, and I confirmed that. They absolutely should never have done that. It should have only been done via the methods that I have set up, including, like a text message code.
Wait a minute.
An email to a different unassociated
All right, I'm going to do a
email
little...
address.
Oh, shit. Sav, hold on. Just see this real quick. Okay.
Code,
Unfelt it.
or using a third-party app to have a specialty authenticity code, all these methods. But someone who works at Walmart
so my own emotes don't show
smart
up on this.
and said, "Oh, I'll just believe
that.
you."
Okay.
And they sent the person through, I think it was like a chat.
A chat? That's how he does it, like the utterance. Chat.
The authorization code.
App.
Which you're not supposed to do.
Uh-oh.
So my account was socially engineered. Because when people...
Phil, you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means. Hey, shout out to all my Facebook style enjoyers way back in the day. Shout out to MySpace people. Remember MySpace? I'm going to do you one better. Remember my LiveJournal people? Imagine back in the day, you saw those surveys, like you always knew the end of a social media site was on the horizon when people were like just doing those, like, what kind of Hogwarts school are you or whatever it is. I don't know. I've never watched Harry Potter. And then it'll ask you questions like, what is the last school that you went to? Or what is the last maiden name of your grandmother? Like, you're literally giving them the information to social engineer, Phil. You were just a dunce and somebody grabbed the info and did something with it. Maybe.
It was like, what is social engineering?
Right,
mean?
fan bro. Who
It
was
means
in
that
my
the
top
Skype-
8? Well, my girlfriend at the time, my trainer, yeah, it was a battleground, the top 8 on MySpace, bro. And we had music, bro. Don't even get me started, bro. Social media was better when it didn't have an algorithm and we had music on our profiles. All of us knew how to use HTML all of a sudden out the blue. And we'd have the angel fire gifs just all over the screen. No wonder it took so long for these pages to load. We had glitter and frogs jumping and just the explosion gif, bro. Come on, get out of here.
The fact that you have things in place.
We
to
didn't know how
stop
good we had it.
unauthorized access.
We didn't know how good we had it.
Moron does the wrong thing because they believe a lie.
But the sad fact is, there's morons who bought that.
Someone says they're someone else, and with very basic information tries to prove it,
Mm-hmm.
and an employee is just dumb enough to believe it and does something they're not supposed to do, granting access to that unauthorized party.
What are you talking about? He said all of this stuff. Where is he pulling this information from? He's just saying it and willing it into existence. There's no basis. We're going off of his source of just trust me, bro. Where is this information coming from other than thin air?
So
Disc 1 final boss in the high. Welcome, my friend. There we go.
That they were not supposed to be sent. They then logged into my account.
Logged.
They canceled the 2 Switch 2 pre-orders. They changed the password on the account.
So if they changed the password on the account, how are you still in there? You'd be kicked out, bro. How would you see it happen? And if we're talking about emails that you get from companies when things happen, I can tell you for sure, because I work in IT, that you get a email saying you changed your password.
And then they were in the process
I
of
made it
adding
the
things
F
to cart because they were going to try to buy things that I didn't want to screw with my money. So,
Lechero, you are cool.
basically,
This is true. It's like watching Monday Night Raw and WCW Nitro at the same time. You would flip the channel if you had Conan wrestle Psychosis in a cruiserweight match over on WCW, and then Vince McMahon and The Rock, Corporate Rock, came out, and he's wearing a vest. It's crazy. Take me back to those days when you would flip between the channels on the television watching cable.
Control of the
peak
account
of my
through
childhood.
The real methods that you're supposed to use. I was able to change the password.
If you do not make this
by
change,
setting
click
up
the link,
another
etc.
level
Right.
of authorization, it kicked them out.
What?
So they don't have access anymore. They were literally like removed, kicked out, timed out of their session.
What?
On the account. And now I have access and ownership of the Walmart account again.
No, Phil, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. He's really... This is the grocery store bag story all over again. This is the wheel story all over again. We've seen this movie before.
Not that it makes any difference.
You'd be notified if someone tried to log into his account, make changes to his account, etc. This story is made up to scam the wheelchairs for sympathy bucks. True! True! The only reason he keeps getting away with it is because he surrounds himself with people that are stupid enough to fall for it.
Of course, once all of that...
If you give Phil money, you're stupid. Especially if he's telling you that the world is against him. And he said something in this video, too. He said something in this video. And when he says it, we're going to lock in.
happened, I said to the customer service, well, what do we do now? And they said, there's nothing we can do.
Ha!
Switch 2 sold out. You're out of luck. The best we can do is
He
give you a
doesn't...
credit on your
No!
account.
No. Customer service representatives don't say you're out of luck. They don't say... If you work at an Apple store, bro, you can't say you're sorry. You say like a different way of doing it, like because sorry like admits that you did something wrong, and it was some weird thing. I mean, I read it on the internet, so it has to be true, right?
That was pathetic.
Which they did. They actually gave me a credit against my account. Like, what's the point of that? I'm not
Just a
getting the
bad
Switch
boy
2.
with internet.
So for your
True,
inconvenience,
Snoot
here's a
sucks.
credit to your account, and we'll let you know when the Switch 2 is back in stock so that you can order it. That's what they said. Oh, we'll put you on the list, and you'll get a notification from us when the Switch 2 comes back in stock. So let me get this straight. Someone at your company is a dumbass, and through completely illegal means, granted.
So it was the company's fault. You had a dumbass at the wheel at Walmart.com as to why he couldn't get his precious Switch 2, which also thousands of other people couldn't get their Switch 2. Somehow you're so effing special that you deserved not just one, but two Switches. What are we doing, bro?
Access to my personal account.
Sounds like Phil isn't
information,
street smart.
even though they weren't supposed to. And the thing you're gonna do for me is give me a few bucks. That's tough, man. That's very, very tough for sure. Wow, that sounds like a real way to treat the customer, doesn't it?
What? Okay, just a couple of bucks. Wait a minute. So they refunded his money, his $500 that he spent. $500 he spent. Obviously, they didn't like. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind. I just had Amazon send me a box of K-Cup bulletproof coffee things, okay? I really like them, okay? They give me energy, and it has the MTC oil in it, and it has the grass-fed salt-free butter in it. Everything that I want. And then I throw a little bit of mine on top of that. It showed up at the door. It was in a bag, which was nice, but the container holding all the K-Cups, the cardboard, it was opened. It was opened, but like nothing was like damaged on the inside. So I was like, man, I spent $35 on this. And it was late, by the way. The only reason I bought it was because I needed to spend $25 for Amazon to send it that day. It didn't show up that day. It showed up the next day, which defeats the purpose of me spending the extra $25 that they said. Anyway, not only was it late, it was busted. So I went into the customer service chat, and I was actually driving home. I was in the car. I was actually listening to a podcast. I was watching Illegal Restreamer. And I was in a group, and I was in a chat with an Amazon representative, and I was like, yeah, this thing was busted when it got to my house, and it was also late. And they go, oh, I'm sorry. So here's the money back, and you don't have to send it back. I said, word? Word? You know what I did with that money? I bought myself a controller. A gaming controller so I can do my Saturday morning retro videos. And I actually filmed one on Thursday, and it's already available on Friday today for the members of the channel, but it will be available for everybody else in the morning tomorrow, Saturday morning. So in the future, all of my retro games that I'm going to be playing will be with this controller. It's the NBitDo Pro 2, and it's got all of the essentials. It's got all the buttons that you need. It even has analog sticks. It has triggers and bumpers. And then here's the coup de grace. It's got 2 buttons on the bottom, bro. It's got 2 buttons on the bottom. The color scheme is classic Nintendo. It's hype. I'm hyped for it. I cannot wait to use it. I think the next video that we're going to do for the retro replay is going to be Rocket Knight Adventures for the Sega Genesis. 8-Bit makes some good stuff. Yes, Vicious, I agree. I was looking at it for a minute. I had my old PlayStation 3 controller as my retro emulation game controller, and the buttons were just sticking, and it wasn't. And the microphone headset stuff was getting the audio coming through, and it was like if I moved a little bit, the cable would make the computer look at it again, and it was a pain in the ass. Oh, I guess if nothing is opened and you checked it carefully. Well, I didn't really check it carefully. I probably should have done my due diligence when it comes to that. Just a bat boy. But at this point, I mean, if it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go.
But again, I am the exception to the rule. I am the person who has this stuff happen.
Again, you can be mad at the person who canceled your order.
Of the
You gave him the piece of info that let them mess with you. Yeah, and I think that's what he's mad about, Ranter. He's just mad that he got caught lacking, and of course, you know, he can't give anybody a dub, so he's trying to cope for an hour-long meltdown about how this wasn't his fault. He did everything correct. He did nothing wrong.
Realized this would never happen. And by the way, for the record, this person was trying to do this from the moment that I ordered the Switch 2s, which was around 9 p.m., till past 10 p.m. Like, it took them a while to find someone who was gullible enough to believe them and give them access to the account.
I'm sorry, what? So now you're telling me that... No. You mean to tell me that this was a coordinated attack, that they did all this for an hour to try to get to you? And by the way, I saw it was Brostream. Brostream had a little nugget of information. Again, this is from the internet, so take it what you will. That the call centers for Walmart closes at 10. So he's telling us that it's happened after 10?
They had been trying to do it for over an hour before they finally found the sucker who believed them. So probably they did this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and kept backing out and trying again until finally they found someone stupid enough.
What? No, no, Phil, you're looking for somebody stupid enough to believe this bullcrap.
Okay? So here's the thing. This is the problem with having customer support on the other side of the planet.
What, buddy?
What the fuck?
Be gone, fuck!
The dog whistles are out, bros. You can't hear it, but if you listen real close.
People who don't understand shit sitting in a call center looking at a step-by-step instructional guide on how to help someone because they don't understand that people can actually do malicious things and mess with people's livelihood. Like, for...
Are you kidding me, bro? People are ruthless out here. They will cut a bish if that meant getting a Switch too. Have you not been around for the past 43 years? I mean, the past maybe 10 years, not so much, but Black Friday was notoriously known for people to stomp all over each other to get the action figure or whatever, or the Furby. Or get that copy of get that Wolverine doll.
For example, thank God.
The legend, you know, also, by the way, he also shunned Walmart and said that they were an evil, greedy company.
Hold up.
Until he needed to get a Switch. Then all of his values and morals kind of get thrown out the window.
Got into the account when...
Which really, okay, so that actually goes to the heart of another reason why I get pissed off when I'm watching Phil and listening to him. Because he grandstands and gets on his soapbox, I am so much better because I am of this ilk. First off, F off, and second off, nobody cares, bro. Your barometer, your compass of morality is completely different than anybody else's, and you only present that to other people because you want to cope and make it seem like you are justified in this morally bankrupt behavior of lying to people instead of just saying, yeah, I shouldn't have done it. You know, like he had it right when he first started this conversation, but then, of course, he had to just mess it all up.
I did. And I changed everything. They could have been
get that
adding
Turbo
things to
Man.
my
Thank
Walmart
you.
cart and
I knew
checking
somebody
out
got
and
that
spending
reference.
my money.
Again, I'm very
now
high.
I would have had to
I'm very
patch
high.
that and cancel all those orders before they ship, or else now I'm responsible for returning.
It's hard
a whole
for
bunch
me
of
to
shit that I
remember
didn't want to
things.
order,
Right?
And I never authorized payment on. So I want you to think about how messed up this is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am going to say something, and I've had enough of this shit. Okay. Since
That's it. I've had enough.
What are you doing, step bro?
Another one.
This is my favorite Phil when he's like putting his foot down and he's pronouncing again.
last night, I announced that this had happened to me. Okay. Every motherfucker on the planet is trying to blame me. All right? You showed an email. You showed an order number. You said it was Walmart. You said it was... Now, listen. Again, I will admit this. I should have just gone offline to do this.
Yeah.
I never should have said I got it from Walmart. I never should have done any of that.
Stop right there and you've made it. Just stop right there. There's no need to say anything else, Phil. There's no need to say anything else. Clearly, this will be the end of the video, and he won't have anything else to say about the situation because he said everything he needed to say right then and there. There's no need to add on to this. This is no way in need of an explanation or expansion. Can he do it? Can he do it? Fanbro, he doesn't know when to stop. Just a bat boy with internet, so close. The legend, he could have gotten Switch 2 if he tried waiting for GameStop pre-orders to go live. And he's a hypocrite.
Should have said, I'm going to pre-order and I'll be back. And I should have just ran break stuff, break music and slides. Instead of sitting here doing it and telling you guys the process, because I thought it was kind of exciting and you guys were excited to see if I was going to get it or not, right?
So you guys, it's your guys' fault that you were excited and I was excited.
So I thought it would be good content, and it was good content, quite frankly. People like it.
Whoa, you thought what? I don't think so.
Who are on the stream. But God forbid that I make good content, right? Because I'm not allowed. If I do that, I'm at risk. And this is the point I keep making to you guys. This is why I can't go film in my house. I can't do IRL vlogging. I can't do any of that shit because that stuff is an actual risk. So the fact that I sat...
That stuff would be the funniest stuff ever. I would love to see him interacting with the wider public at large. I hate the public. I do not like other people. I do not like crowds of people unless they come to my events. I'm going to be honest with you guys, all right? I love each and every one of you guys, but I do not do public well. My social battery is very, very small. It's not it, man. If I had a choice, and this is what the in real life female style waifu one time asked me, she goes, if you wanted to go anywhere, where would you want to go? I said, nowhere, because there's people everywhere. So now she's trying to get me to look at places that are like secluded and far away from people.
Saying, oh, I'm pre-ordering from Walmart. Oh, here's the confirmation
Remote
email.
Alaska.
That literally put me at risk.
I'd go to Canada.
They socially engineer the account.
But I don't have a real ID. Apparently that's really hard to get, right, Phil?
All right. Now, all the moronic shit that the tinfoil hat wearing idiots are saying, go fuck yourselves.
Whoa, buddy. Like his friend Brian said, Phil needs a gut to sit there, tap him on the shoulder, and be like, bro, stop, towel the brakes. Tap the brakes. I think you're saying tap the brakes. My roommate is going on a cruise to Alaska.
Go fuck yourself. All right.
A cruise doesn't sound that
Walmart
bad.
didn't cancel my pre-orders.
Actually, it does.
Because
that sounds
I ordered
terrible.
2 switches.
You're good. You're good. We figured it out.
Per household.
Try
policy.
Alberta Rockies.
That never happened. No, 100% fucking false.
Wow.
It was outright canceled by someone who had access to my account. They were adding shit to my cart, and they...
Whenever he gets really loud and whenever his octaves go up like this, you know he's lying. And he's trying to feign, like, aggro. He's trying to feign, like, being mad because, like, this is so fake, bro. This is a performance.
Change my password, you dumb fucks.
And then once he starts letting the cuss words fly, you know, like, we're creeping up on spoon territory here.
All right, you and your fucking insane, let's blame Phil in every situation.
I love
and
water.
even on
it's
top
delicious.
of that anyway, it's still a crime that was committed. Even if I told you I ordered from Walmart, it's still a fucking crime to impersonate someone's identity. It's called identity fraud, identity theft. It's a fucking federal crime.
Okay, so I was watching Broside Phil's stream when he was talking about this, and I think Bro probably knows more about the criminal justice system than all of us. Maybe Meth Bear would be a like a 1 and 1A. But I don't think this is a federal crime, guys. I don't think it's a federal crime. Blame Phil, son of a bitch, I'm in.
And this is like the 10th time it's happened to me. This happened to me with accounts years ago, and that's why I had to redo my entire fucking bank account. And
wait a minute, so you're telling us the bank leaks are real?
Get that ass banned.
Yikes.
all of that shit. It happened with my utilities. Now it happened.
I agree. What damages were done? What crime? He didn't even bother telling the cops about the identity theft when asked by Craig and Adam. You are true. Oh my goodness. And Fambro has law enforcement training? Oh my God, I've been smoking
social
weed in
engineering
front
and
of...
identity fraud is a
front of you.
huge fucking
Well,
problem. And no one
I
out
bought
there
this
is equipped to
concentrate
handle it.
with
None
rewards
of these
points
companies
off of a
understand
website,
the level that people will
off
go
an
to fuck
app.
with someone just because they're mentally ill. So they have no real safeguards against it. At any moment, any employee of any company could be a moron and grant access to all of your shit.
You mean like to helicopter parts?
Even if you have 1-factor, 2-factor, 3-factor, 7-factor
Well, thank you for your service, Fambro.
Doesn't matter. They just, oh, okay, I believe you. Here's a code. Go ahead.
It's not true. This
There's
didn't
nothing
happen.
you can do.
Our writers made it up.
So what I have to do moving forward, I know how insane
How
this
dare
is.
I do a weed?
From now on, I literally have to not make anything
You've
public.
been entrapping me. I chose to broke the law.
Anything like this. Bill's going to do a pre-order. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll be back. You know, that's just it. You know, there's nothing that I can do about it.
Guys.
It's just insane. And again, oh, well, this is Phil's fault. How? How is it my fault?
Your account number, stupid. You said everything but the account number. Say the words account number.
Exactly.
Oh, he did, actually.
Tell me how someone actually committing a crime is my fault. Oh, you showed an email. What's your fucking point?
That was the reason. That was the key. That was what got people into whatever your account was, if it happened. I doubt it did. I think it was just, I am on team. He bought 2. The limit was 1. They canceled both. And like, if I was the person pushing the buttons and pulling the levers, I would do that too. Because doesn't it say on the website only 1 switch per household? So, okay, this is obviously, because then if not that, then Phil would be bitching. I can't believe it. We got people out here buying 2 switches at the same time. Like, let one person have it. Let one family have it. Have one household have it.
Incredible mouth jeweler. You incredible brainless twit. So what if I showed an email that doesn't give someone the right
Probably a
to
Nintendo
impersonate me, say that they're me, fool a customer service rep into thinking they're me to get access to my account, cancel orders, put things in my car, and change my password?
His hubris got him again. He is his own worst detractor. And that's the reason why he's acting out and like being such a big baby about it, because he knows he's in the wrong, but he like, this is the appropriate response because he knows it's his fault.
It's all illegal. You fucking moron.
It's all illegal, guys.
Fucking idiot.
Oh,
Unreal, man. So, what does this mean? How do I proceed? And what do we do? Okay? Well, first off, the pre-orders are all done, just for the record.
hydration
It's sold
style
out everywhere.
reminder. You know it.
You know, you couldn't even
We
get
double fisting
Target
tonight,
to work.
boy.
I had it in my cart at Target. It never worked. They just air it out endlessly, and you could never buy it. Best Buy.
You know we
didn't
out here
work.
staying
They
hydrated.
didn't
What-
launch at
what?
9 p.m. like they were supposed
You
to.
ain't
They
never
launched at, like,
catching me
9:20,
dehydrated,
9:30.
bitch.
It aired out repeatedly, and almost no one could get it from there either. Okay? I tried GameStop this morning. Their website wouldn't even work. I tried the app. Their app aired out.
Their app. That's not how 2-factor authentication works, says Disc 1 Final Boss. The companies don't get nor can provide an authentication code to somebody calling in. Wow. Facts and logic. Who would have thought? And you get an authorization code either from your authorization app that will give you like a 6-number code, or you get a text message saying what your number is.
And by the time that it finally loaded again, it just said,
Pope Super Kami, you know I am high. You already know. The goal thingy makes me think Laura's stoned and that I should step up from the green. Well, you do whatever you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. But you actually did inspire me. Instead of blue, I think I want to make that green. So
oh, not available.
Let's do that.
So I can't buy it through official means. And the thing is, I want to.
Why?
You have to understand something. All right. I wanted to buy the Switch 2. I had every
What?
intention of paying my own hard-earned money
Whoa, whoa.
to get
Whoa, I'm gonna stop you right there. Your hard-earned money doing what? Doing what exactly? Sitting in your chair, talking into a microphone, turning on the camera, getting up and leaving for 40 minutes on end? What? Eating food on camera?
the Switch 2. These crazy criminals, these mentally stunted morons, are
Man,
the
that's
reasons
his
why I
go-to.
can't
He
just
loves
do
that.
normal shit through normal means like everyone else. That's all I wanted to do was just buy a Switch so I could do it.
Baby
as
boy
launch
didn't get
coverage
the
like I am
Switch.
entitled to as a content creator. Like every other
Entitled is
human
the
who has
word,
money,
bros.
I should have been able to do it. But
Entitled
instead,
is
I
the
have to have
word.
federal crimes committed against me.
Federal
All right?
crimes. I don't think you
So-
know what that word means.
I don't know what else to say. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. So number one, I'm just going to tell you this.
There it is.
All
It's
right?
green.
I'm going to make this abundantly clear.
Thank you,
No
Stream
longer
Elements.
am I going to listen to or entertain any moron or idiot who says, Phil, you over-exaggerate.
Phil, you are over-exaggerating. While his alert over here is his face on E Honda. By the way, what a narcissist. All of his alerts are him, are like videos of him on the green screen or his face on clips. Like, this is a thing. He puts his face on everything.
You make stuff up. Phil, you do this for sympathy. You do this because you want free shit.
Yes. Yes. Saying it out loud doesn't make it any less of a fact. If you give any amount of thought to his story, the crap falls apart easily.
don't want anyone to donate anything to me. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Do not donate anything to me. Do not donate the Switch 2 to me.
wanted to buy the Switch 2 last night. That ability to just make an actual commercial transaction was taken away from me.
It was taken away from him because he gave it to his audience, which is the majority of them are LARPers and detractors. There's a very small infantile percentile of people that actually watch this crap unironically.
I wasn't saying, hey, everyone, please buy me a Switch
Phil
2.
did
Please
hit the
donate
goal
a
earlier, by the way. Well, good for him.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Good for him.
Switch 2. No, I wanted to buy it, and they wouldn't let me. Do you get it?
Do you get
How
it?
fucked up that is?
Is it?
I work hard. People support my content because they like it. I earn money that I should be able to spend on whatever I want.
What?
I shouldn't have to worry about pussyfooting around, being incredibly afraid that I say or do something that
Who's
might
they?
jeopardize myself or
me.
my family's privacy,
Is it me?
or have someone
Is it us?
commit a federal crime to
You
impersonate
keep saying
me
that.
to try to fuck
You keep
with me
saying
and my
that.
livelihood. You get it? Like, that should never happen. In any
Felix,
circumstance,
hello,
it's
my
not
friend.
okay. In
Blue
any
collar
way, shape, or
streamer in the
form,
house.
in
You know
any
how we do.
time or place, it's not right.
Good to see
So
ya.
enough with your, oh, Phil deserves it. Phil showed the
Federal crime. I love that spelling,
email.
Perez.
Phil said he bought it from Walmart. Phil ordered 2 Switches. You're fucking stupid.
He is the stupid one. He just literally fired off the 3 things that more than likely is the reason why he didn't get his Switch 2, and now he's shutting it down. No, that's not it.
You're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Oh!
Kiss my fucking hairy ass.
Why is it always his ass, bro? And it was Harry this time. I believe it too. You know he doesn't, like, groom himself. We're all stupid. And yet, when his order was canceled, the first thing he said was, if anyone wants to sell me one, I'll buy it at regular price.
I don't care.
Yep. He ain't never getting that. Look, it's a buyer's market. It is supply and demand. So, if you're lucky, you might be able to buy one Switch 2 for $900.
Someone went out of their way to commit a federal crime to stop me from covering the launch of the Switch 2, and now it's time to fucking suffer.
Look at that smug ass face. Now it's time to suffer.
Because here's why you're gonna suffer, you dumb fuck. You
Oh.
ready for this?
Oh my.
Why do you think?
Suffer trolls. Look, this was my 8-year plan for you to snake the switch out of me.
I have been around for 17 years.
Oh my God, he's gonna fillet himself on stream again. Let's go. I didn't know he would take it this.
Do you think it was chance? Do you think it was coincidence?
Do you recognize this container? It holds the chips. It holds a switch too. If I had one.
Do you think that for some reason I just magically stayed? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that
Oh my God, he's hitting us with the Mudahar. I think he practiced the speech in the mirror, Felix. I think you're right. He's
still here after 17
he's
years
fighting shadows
is
of his
one
own
fucking
creation.
word.
Begging.
Perseverance. Get it?
Do you
I
get
don't
it?
give up. I don't fail or falter. I don't
I
fall
can-
down on my knees crying, oh my God, it's all over. They got
He's doing it right now. He's doing it right now. Oh my God, this is worse than like high school theater.
me. Instead, when people fuck with me,
Uh-huh.
I use that
Uh-huh.
as motivation
Uh-huh.
to continue forward positively,
Mm-hmm.
to keep sticking to my guns,
Uh-huh.
to keep doing what I know is the right thing to do. And
Cry
that's
harder.
why people still care about Darkside Phil in 2025. It's not because I sold out and became a shill like
What does this have to do with him not getting his switch, by the way? King of Hate surfacing again. Facts. Basehead King moving forward positively with 8.
one half of the internet.
I'm not a sellout. I'm not a shill.
And it's not
And you know, he would actually make a great politician, Bat Boy.
because I became a toxic bully who gets into drama and awful content like the other half of the internet.
That was you. That was you. You reached out to the Kino Casino and said, hey, let's felt rich together. And by the way, can I have your money?
It's because I am a man alone standing on an island making content the way no one else dares to be
Yeah, to be terrible.
different, to not hurt others, and to say no matter what you throw against me, you're not going to hurt me.
So he's not trying to hurt anybody, but he's calling all of us out?
I am the rock face upon which the waves crash, and I never fucking crumble. Get it?
Yikes. Do you get it?
It doesn't matter what you do.
All for a product from a company he hates. Fact survey. I have 3 cyberbullying strikes and they all come from one toxic butthole on YouTube. Sheesh. If he had power, he'd be a tyrant.
What you fucking say?
Yeah,
Doesn't
he'd
matter
swing
how
that.
you portray me on the
He'd
internet.
lord over
I'm going
everybody.
to be here every day, streaming, making meaningful, positive content for my viewers and audience till the day that I decide
Thank you,
I am done
fan
and
bro.
I hang up the mantle of Darkside Phil.
He's
the streamer and content
thinking the
creator.
wrong thing.
I decide my destiny. I am the master of my own fate, and
Uh-huh.
there's nothing any of you can do about it.
As I scan the chat for confirmation.
You fooled someone in Pakistan or India into thinking
Whoa! Hold up! Oh my God!
Hold up.
What are we doing here?
Get that ass banned.
You fooled someone from India or Pakistan. What is that supposed to mean, my
you
brother?
were me, and you logged into my account and you canceled my pre-orders. So what? I'm still here.
I've been
still
talking about it for
streaming.
22 minutes.
I'm still gonna play a game today. I'm still gonna make content. I'm still gonna make a living. And guess what? When
And guess what?
Another one.
Ah, we did it, boys.
people fuck with me, more people support me.
And ladies and gentlemen, the mask has fallen off.
Oh shit!
He just gave away the game. This is the reason why he's telling us all this.
You stupid, incredible, brainless idiot.
Mm.
When you mess with Darkside Phil,
Mhm.
people rally to support Darkside Phil.
Yeah, idiot.
That's why I'm still here 17 years later. Do you know what the King of Hate moniker meant? It did
It meant you were a hateful person, Phil. You used slurs and you were misogynistic and you were just overtly a piece of crap.
mean that I was a hateful individual who wanted to crap on others and be a bigot and a sexist and a racist and to insult Hideo Kojima like all the morons said it was.
Because you said it. You said F Hideo Kojima.
The King of Hate moniker is that when people hate against Phil Burnell takes all of that hatred and vitriol against him and he uses it as fuel. He throws it into his fucking engine and he burns it up, and it propels him forward with energy and vigor to make positive content and to be successful. I own the hate against me, and I use it to push forward positively and succeed.
By making fun of Pakistani people and Indians. I called in, and this guy was too busy trying to walk side by side with the train, and you know what happened? He got hit by the train instead of giving me my Switch too.
That's why I'm here 17 years later. No matter how many morons have tried to end me, I'm still fucking here. I'm not going anywhere. Right now, I'm actually on a high.
Yeah, you must be high if you're thinking this.
Think about all the awesome stuff that's happened in the last year. The massive upgrades to my setup. The fact that I'm a successful co-streamer.
Well.
So, the Kick support has dwindled massively.
Massively.
If today we could get some support on Kick, it is the final day of the month. So it would count, and I would, get credit for it right away. All right? Please consider becoming a sub or gifting some subs over on Kick if you like the content and you like
Let's get some subs, bitch!
Oh, shit.
Let's get some subs!
the fact that I stream there, despite the fact that most of the support has left. Okay? I'm making money. I can afford all the things. I was going to buy 2 Switch 2s because I can afford them.
This isn't the flex you think it is.
Why
are you telling your audience this, Phil?
I could just get them. I just became a verified and
the only reason Phil is here is that he has no other choice.
partnered streamer on Kick, and that's working out.
Love it.
All these things are working well for me. Do you get it?
Fuel.
Well for me. So every time that
Coraz
you fuck
has
with
it right.
me,
Fuel.
all you do is prove my point. I am not going to falter or fail. I'm going to continue. You are going to sit there and stew and cry and see and mope and cope and say, I can't believe it. Like the Grinch on Christmas morning when he looked down at Whoville and he said, Christmas still came.
It's May 1st. Christmas still came.
Hold up.
If he can afford them, then why did he show off his purchase confirmation to the guy who promised 25 gifted subs if he bought a Switch? Hold up. I think we got something here. Hold up. Yeah, Chase got it right.
Hold up.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. If he was well-to-do, then why would he even care about 25 gifted subs? And you know it's a ploy, bro. I would have been like, all right, let's see the subs first. And then...
Even without toys, even without the feast, even without all of those things, they're still happy.
Something.
Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter how you fuck with me. I'm still going to be here.
Christmas
I'm not gonna give
Day.
Up. So many people have said to me over the years, Phil, why don't you give it up and throw in the towel? With all the things that's happened to you, that's documented. Not even just the things you say, but the things that are public is crazy. We can only imagine the things that have happened behind the scenes that we don't even know about. How do you keep doing it?
Well, I drink a lot of gin and I try not to think about it.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm stubborn. Probably a big
That's the realest shit he said this whole time. I'm sorry.
part of it.
I'm sorry.
Again,
I'm trying to
kind of
modify
glad that
my
whole
language.
life, when someone looked at me and said, you can't do it. You're not good enough. You're a scumbag. You're an asshole. You're a jerk. This and that.
I'm a jerk. I know.
I'm glad you feel
a
that
jerk.
way.
I know.
Now I'm going to prove you wrong.
Doubtful. Really doubtful.
Every single time in my life that it's happened, I've persevered. When in the Street Fighter community, they said all I was a big shit talker, and I was never going to put my money where my mouth was and actually win, I proceeded to win tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament in Super Turbo and show them all that I was great. And then they had nothing else to fucking say until people tried to erase that narrative and rewrite it years later on the internet. The facts remain.
Yes, that's
I became
true.
a top-level tournament player despite the fact that
Or
everyone
is it?
thought that I
Renton could be nuked and Phil would emerge from the wreckage saying, huh, that happened. I need your buy-in.
was just going to be a shit-talking scrub. On YouTube, everyone said, oh, Phil, you're a no one. Your quality sucks. No one likes your content because you're just a schlub.
A schlub.
And I said, all right, fine.
Got him.
I'm glad you said that. And through the years, I constantly improved, changed, and became a better person. And now here I am in 2025, and I'm more successful now than I ever was.
Oh,
And you might say, what? I don't get it.
what?
Doesn't matter how many views you have.
Very, very, very hypocritical.
It doesn't matter how many people watch your content. What happens is how many people care about you and your content and support it.
Well, he got the last part right. He always sandwiches support in with attendance and engagement, but he really just means the support.
Know that now. I'm much more successful and happy and positive in my life today, having a few thousand major supporters who love what I do, as opposed to back in the day when I had hundreds of thousands of people who were watching me, but no one was really supporting. They were just watching. Get it?
Yeah, you get it. If you've been anywhere near this channel for any amount of time, you know I always like to say that a person's time is their most valuable asset. So that's why I always appreciate your company more so than anything. Okay, if I could have a little timer or a ticker right here showing all the people that hang out on these streams all the time, I would, but I gotta work with what Stream Elements gives me.
There's a big difference, but people don't get that. They
You
don't.
get it?
They don't understand. They actually are that ignorant. They don't get it.
They're ignorant. Yeah, ignorant.
So here's the deal. Moving forward, I just have to be more careful.
Okay, stop there. You don't have to do anything else. Gay little speeches like this make me wish he gets banned off the internet tomorrow. True. Phil loves wasting his dense time because he knows they'll stay.
I have to be careful about what
Yeah.
I tell you guys. I have to be
He
careful
knows
about
that there's
how I
at least
operate.
one or two
I
people in
thought
the
that I
chat that's
had
like,
been
yeah,
careful,
you tell
and
him,
to the point where
Phil.
people were calling me paranoid. You're not going to do a cooking video in your kitchen? What are you, stupid and crazy? What could possibly happen? You're not going to do a vlog in your house. You're not going to go do this IRL video. Everyone else does it. You're just a coward. No, I'm
Lexi
not
does
a
it.
coward.
You're an effing
It's just that I'm
coward.
one of the most abused people on the internet, and I know better.
X the gout. If he had a sniff of Wings trolls, bro, if he had a sniff of Cyrax trolls, he would be crying, begging for his old detractors
I'm
back.
not stupid. And so when you say, do a fan lobby night, do a that involves the opportunity for someone to get in and fuck with people's information and fuck with your stream and fuck with, no.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
I want to see Phil play Code Vein. I want to see Phil play Astral Chain. Why is he playing that? Why is he playing Wily Wars? Why is he playing old games? Why is he doing? Shut the fuck up. All right.
I know better because I've been there, done that, and I've been through it. Almost 18 years. I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
First off, I'm not going to trust you. And second off, I realize now that like Cyrax and Phil are a lot alike because they both love to sit on their soapbox, stand on their soapbox and start cutting promos about how successful they are and how it's all the trolls' fault that everything is wrong in their lives.
Stop fucking trying to demand things from me.
Whoa.
That don't make any goddamn sense because I'm the exception to the rule with this level of harassment that I get.
What?
I'm
He's
not going to
exceptional.
put up with this
He's
nonsense
special, guys.
anymore.
You go,
of people
Ice.
telling me that I'm just paranoid and wrong when literally the one time that let's do something different on stream, let's open up, let's do the Switch 2 pre-orders, and then this fraud happens, blatant crimes and fraud. The first opportunity that I give, they take it. All right, so I'm not stupid. I'm just not putting up with this shit ever again. Now you got a problem with that? Test me, bitch.
Damn.
Because I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm not gonna have people come in here
Spoons
on my
out
streams and in fucking other videos and say, "Oh, look, I'm like him, just like me and him." Shut the fuck. No one even knows what you're talking about. I've never even heard the meme before because I'm not an asshole. I'm not a fucking dumbass mouth drooling idiot. So yeah, moving forward, don't expect me to be doing stuff like that live. I'm taking a break. I'll come back in a few, and I'm not gonna give you guys details of anything. All right, now. Rest assured, okay? Rest assured. I'm going to find a way to make this work. I don't know what it is right now. I'm being frank with all of you. I don't know. It seems like there's no legal way to buy the Switch 2 right now.
But there are illegal ways.
No one's going to magically find Switch 2 sitting around and say, oh, I can sell you this for launch day. But I'm going to figure out something. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to buy anything from a scalper. I refuse. I've told you adamantly how anti-scalper I am. The entire thing that happened during the PS5 launch was an absolute freaking nightmare.
Guys,
scalping
I would
element.
love
I would
to
never
regale
buy-
you with the story about how I got my PS5, but it's a little bit too spicy. I'm going to just say that I am very grateful for the in real life female style waifu. I think back on that night fondly.
I switched to from a scalper simply because it just makes that process more viable, it supports that whole process. And I don't believe in scalping at all. All right.
Yeah,
So,
because his hair could
I'm
not
not going to get it from a
take
scalper,
any more.
but I'm going to do whatever I can to get one. We'll see. And here's the truth. I'm not going to tell you anything. You're not going to know at all until launch day of Switch 2 if I'm actually getting a Switch
When
2.
Elena is
Because the
in
moment that I
Street
tell
Fighter
you
6
anything,
and he buys Street
someone
Fighter
will try
6
to
for the
fuck with it and ruin
fourth
it.
time.
They've gone through every possible means, every level of committing crimes. Nothing is
That's
out of their
unfortunate,
reach
Legend.
to them. There's
Because
no
I'm
morality.
hungry.
They're not even afraid of
I
going
got the
to jail.
munchies, bro.
They're not. They've done everything possible, so I'm not dumb. I know that if I mention any method by which I'm going to get a Switch 2, they're going to try to ruin it for me. All right? So I'm not going to bring it up at all. You're not going to hear me talk about getting a Switch 2 until the launch day of Switch 2. And then on launch day of Switch 2, I'll tell you if I have it or if I didn't get it and what else we're doing that day. Okay?
His shrug.
That's
Okay.
literally the only way to be safe.
Why do live streamers like always say literally? They say that so often. It's like the let's go of like live streamers too. Like,
You know
come
what
on.
I'm saying? Like, literally, that's the only way to be safe at this point.
I have to protect my
Outside
family.
of that, there's nothing else I can do, right?
Right.
So I'm sorry to those who want Phil to open up more,
Want.
to be more interactive and to do these kind of things. I can't. I literally can't because of these crazy people. I would love to do different kinds of content. I can't. They will hurt me. As fucked as it sounds, they will go out of their way to hurt me and my family. It's proven. It's absolutely confirmed. At every single time that they have a chance to do it, they will do it. So that's that. So what I will say is, to those of you who are hoping I would get a Switch 2 pre-order, thanks. Thanks for the confidence. Thanks for the vote of positivity that you wanted to see me cover this thing on release day. I really wanted to, all right? And I certainly hope that I can get it, but I just don't know how I'm going to get it right now. Just being honest, all right? And like I said, if and when I secure one, you will never know about it.
Yeah, I
From this moment
doubt
on,
that very
Don't
much.
ask me about the Switch 2. You'll know if I'm covering the Switch 2 on release day, June 5th, 2025.
Which means he's probably not going to get it. Look at that smug face, bro. God.
Until then, I've got other shit to do. I'm busy. Don't fuck with me.
You don't fuck with me. No, you don't.
Nothing you can do, so shut up about it.
Okay.
True. In my family.
I've said what I had to say about the subject.
No money, no fame, no switches, no life, no wife, no ass.
I'm done with it now. All right? We're moving on. We got
All right.
positive stuff to do today.
Okay.
Really positive stuff to do today, right? We've got the premiere of Claire Obscure. We've got Minecraft. We've got DSP Tries It.
Wow.
We got a whole bunch of fun stuff going on today.
Yeah, this is fun.
So I'm not going to sit here and be, oh, I'm so sad or whatever. You know, nah, it's not. I'm going to have fun with you guys on the internet today.
You guys are having fun?
We're going to have a great time together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about.
Wow.
Okay? Positive, fun, meaningful content. I get to eat Chipotle today.
Aw.
Yes! Yes! For the first time in like 11 years, Chipotle time. Live on DSP Tries
It's
It.
Chipotle
We have to try
time.
this new honey chicken. I'm excited for that. Claire Obscure is actually one of the highest rated
Claire,
RPGs
that
of
game
the
looks
last
awesome.
decade.
I really
I'm very
want to
excited
buy
to
it
jump
and
into
get it,
that
but I'm
today
playing
and try it out
Metaphor
for the
and
first time.
Baldur's Gate 3 and
If it
so
is
many other
anything like the
games, bro.
reviewers say,
I
I
don't
think
have
I'm
time
absolutely
to
going
play
to
all
love
these
it.
games.
Seriously, like I can't wait to try it. So
It's
that's
real
gonna be
sad
great.
boy hours. Are
Minecraft,
you up?
We got to kind of get our bearings back again. All right. Now, in regards to goals and support, Thank you.
Hey, yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank
This
you.
is support, bros.
All right, for allowing me to have 3 straight streams of hitting my goals.
And crushing
Let's
the
keep
trolls.
that momentum going. Because remember, at 40 goals hit, we're either going to do the Wendy's new menu of a new chicken sandwich, Frosty, and lemonade drink, or we could do something else. You know, one thing we had talked about was maybe Wingstop. If you're interested in that, we could talk about it. We'll figure it out. Okay? Or when we hit 50 goals, we're going to have a marathon. And I'm excited for that. We've talked about various different ideas, such as the Viewer's Choice event or Closet Clean Out 2.0.
Oh my God.
Where I clean out my closet, and for the different levels of support
Said,
that
I'm
I
sorry,
reach, we
Mama.
put on hats and vests and retire
I
them.
never
don't wear
meant
them
to
anymore.
hurt
It'll be a last
you.
opportunity to actually see
I
those
never
things
meant to
worn before I
make
put them in
you
the
cry.
storage. So kind of a send-off event to the hats and vests.
So
of-
he has a
of,
storage place also that he's probably paying for?
you know, of yesteryear, and saying goodbye to the past and moving forward to the future. So we got all these great ideas lined up as rewards. Let's hit these goals. Let's keep that momentum flowing. Let's hit that goal on this stream and get that moving. All right?
All right. Sheesh. Ladies and gentlemen, we've presented the evidence. And I think what needs to happen now is a little bit of democracy because, man, we need it. And my question to you all is the following. Who is the bigger lol cow? Captain Alex or DSP? The poll is now live. We're going to be listening to a Captain Alex AI video that I made, and at the end of the song, we will finish the poll. So, everybody, quick, vote.
Not for shame, your wife who...
Wow, it started in the middle. That's lame. Let's start from the beginning. You guys have 3 minutes and 11 seconds. I need everybody to start voting with your heart. Everybody on Twitch, everybody on Kick, jump on over to YouTube.
Late at night, his screen is bright. In his chair, he's picking a fight. Aboard the Jupiter, he rides through Discord worlds and VR chat tides. Knighted by fate, his sword doesn't work. That won't stop him trying to flirt. Giggle people won't board this ship, but if you're underage, prepare for a trip. And though the world might weigh him down, bully and call him a clown, the Jupiter sails where dreams are defectors are gone.
Gaslighting himself with every song.
Captain Alex, what are you high? Aboard the Jupiter through the sky. The roleplay leaks, this can't be true. The trolls align and follow you. Through battles fought and tales reckoned, the more I know, the less I'm fond. Captain Alex, the cosmos calls. We got to know if they work, you know your balls.
Whoops.
If I had it my way, there'd be no place for sickos. This Discord is for fans, not for kiddos. No room for the giggle, people's game. The ship's for honor, not for shame. Your wife who is trash, anime girls aren't real.
Damn.
This is non-negotiable, let's not make a deal. You think this is a game, your bigotry is whack. Captain Alex, it's true, you're all so fat.
Damn.
And though the world might weigh him down, bully and call him a clown, the Jupiter sails where dreams are defectors are gone. Gaslighting himself with every song. Captain Alex, what are you high? Aboard the Jupiter through the sky. The roleplay leaks, this can't be true. The trolls align and follow you. Through battles fought and tales reckoned, show your balls.
The Ballad of Captain Alex, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, the poll is closed. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. The bigger locale out of Captain Alex and DSP is DSP with 80%. Thank you, everybody, for playing along at home. Darkside Phil, congratulations. You are number one in the chat's heart. Congratulations. You are the biggest locale of the two of you. Congratulations. You should be proud of yourself.
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a stream. If you're watching this on the replay or on the premiere, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. I read everything. I respond to everything. I have the alerts on my phone, and I immediately reply so I don't forget, because I do tend to do that. I'll get a text message. I'll look at it. I'll say, oh, that's cool. I'll get ready to say what I'm going to say back, but then get distracted and do something else. So, coming up tomorrow morning, Saturday, a retro replay of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game for the Nintendo. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I want to make a weekly Saturday morning retro replay series. So, let me know in the comments what you would like to see for that. We have a brand new controller for it. I would love to try it out. I'm thinking Rocket Knight Adventures. Am I streaming tomorrow? I have a show tomorrow, and I have a beautiful woman smiling at me, blowing me kisses. So it's about time that I enjoy her company. And I have a feeling, even though Saturday I won't be streaming because I have a show, Sunday might be a magical butter day, so do stay tuned for that. And when are we going to get a GTA playthrough? Well, I would highly recommend Top Tier Rated's channel for that. He does some Grand Theft Auto roleplay. He does really good work. It's cinematic in a way. And so is Pro Locar. He's actually playing Grand Theft Auto 4 right now. We're going to send you guys over to his channel. Be sure to show him the same love and support that you've been showing me. And if you're hanging out with us on Twitch, I'm also going to be rating out to Pro Locar. He is dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. He has all the bases covered. So guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're all happy, healthy, and hydrated. I love each and every one of you guys, platonically and consensually. Until next time, take care, be safe. Peace.